Mic check, mic check, check mic. All right, the venue hasn't changed. It is Lira Town College. We are live from the Lira Town College, ladies and gentlemen, to give you yet another much anticipated action. And it is Mentor SS that has raised the eyebrows and raised the expectations of the Langi people here in Lira Town Council. And they are going to be taking on a newbie, what you would call a rookie in Panyandoli self-helps. It is the USSA Under 20 Boys Championship here in Lira. My name is Bobby Kamanzi, and I would like to inform you that I do have company. I'm being joined by a man who has seen it all, a man who has actually followed football, especially in this region, for quite a while. My friend, introduce yourself before we go any further.
Thank you so much. I am John Baptist Opua, and just like it has been said, we'll be taking you through this game. And believe you me, you like everything. Only one thing you need to do is to stay hooked on your screen as you watch everything that will be unfolding here. Thank you so much.
All right, when it is all said and done, 3 precious points will be the ultimate prize. As you can see, the captains and the goalkeepers have been summoned. Central referee is going to be Chisembe Martin. Of course, who will be assisted by Adere Solomon and Yasir Arafat and Muhereza Frank. And the reverse reserve referee will be Elritu Felix. We have seen a couple of games already, 2 games, but now it is time to get our eyes on yet another highly anticipated clash, because when the peoples gather, you should definitely know that it's fireworks waiting to happen. John Baptist, what should the people expect in a game when Mentor is playing?
Of course, whenever Mentor is playing, you expect fans to be very, very lively. This is a side that did not concede a single goal in that is the regional meet. They handed their qualification and they did not concede even a single goal, and they are here proving people that they can still score more. Yesterday we witnessed a game and they were able to score 4 goals. So that means whenever Mentor is playing, fans are here expecting much more, that they will definitely score goals for them.
All right, Captain Deng Garang are there for Team Mentor SS. Not just a giant physically, he's also a leader of a giant school in Lango and entire Uganda at large. And that being said, all that we wait is the referee's whistle. Chisembe Martin and his team, like I did mention, but head coach for Mentor Football Club, for Mentor SS, I beg your pardon, Ronald Okello, picking Ayiko Samuel Makasodongo, Ogwala Alexandria, Jacob Matiang Odeng, and the likes of Garang Deng to complete the back four. In the midfield, you can expect players like, of course, shot number 5, that is Sam Okello, Owuchu, and of course Obol Daniel, and leading the line will be Ochepa Emmanuel. And for Team Panyadoli self-helps all the way from Kirindongo, they do parade courtesy of head coach Orach Ronald. They do parade Emmanuel Taban, Tuch Machal Tuch, the likes of Dalton Odoro and Okolo Rian. In the middle, Mawa Emmanuel, Ola Godfrey, and Okongo Isaac, who happens to be the team captain, and forward will be Bigao Dominic. Quickly, before we get into the game, John Baptist, what do Panyadori bring into this particular game?
We expect much more from that team. This is a side that has been there in the USSA games, much as they failed to qualify. But by God's grace, I don't know, we could say by luck that they still carry, they are here now featuring in the national podium. They have just replaced, that is Lutuke Seed, who failed to turn up for this year's national tournament. And they are here. We expect them to put up some good performance because they have records of always doing that, only that this time they failed. We also saw their girls team participating perfectly well, that is in the USSA games in Mukono. So we are expecting actually a mouth-watering game.
When it is all said and done, that man in green sends us underway. And this game that is expected to impress and appease the masses, you can tell that the teams, the Giants in red, very much the side that is fancied by the people of Lira, especially here and entirely in the region of Lango. As you can tell, kicking from the right hand side to the left in the red color is Mentor SS, and from the opposite direction of your FUFA TV, that happens to be Panyadoli self-helps. And John Baptist, I will get to quickly see differences maybe in size, but Panyadoli also has very, very tall people.
Yeah, there are no much differences there, just like you're saying. But with the mentor, the likes of Matiang Deng, and then the captain himself, Deng Garang, those are tall boys there commanding the defense. And also looking at the midfield, for that is Panyadoli, I can see two tall men there also commanding. I think it will also be a battle of height at a certain point there. And we believe that with the aerial balls, they will definitely see how to approach that, whether the tactics will favor the aerial balls or they will need to put their balls down.
Okay, Panyadoli do have a free kick. They let it in, and goalkeeper Aiko Samuel makes light work of that ball, and quickly Panyadoli looking to set the early precedent that they mean business and not intimidated by the regional giants. For the last couple of minutes or so, it has actually been Panyadoli that has seen the most of the game, the most of the ball. Ooh, lovely nutmeg there on the left and right hand side. A beautiful left foot there from Malemak. Taken quickly. This is Malemak cutting inside. Referee says there's nothing wrong with that challenge. And once again, I don't know if it is the nerves, but the mentor side continues to struggle early on. Mark Male. It's going to be, once again, another free kick. And Male Mark is proving to be one of those boys that's going to give Mentor SS a big challenge, especially defensively. Way to see, like John Baptist did say earlier on, it's going to be an aerial battle at some point. You can tell that both sets of players do have very sizable people. To set it in, so Kolo Ryan. Ball comes in from Okolo, headed on, and eventually cleared by Meta SS, and a miss kick here. Goalkeeper quickly off his line, and he's struggling to get back. Can we see him finish it? Cleared eventually. But that is the masses turning on to try and cheer. Meta SS, the first attempt is just gone outside.
That was Opio Emmanuel, and it is good to remind you that that is a boy who scored 2 goals in the under 15 games that was hosted in Zimbabwe. Remember, St. Mary's Chitende represented Uganda, and Opio Emmanuel, they call him here Martinelli, has scored 2 good goals there, and he's just returned for that is Menta Senior Secondary School. We still expect him to play good game and score goals. He missed in the yesterday's 4-0 win against Nkoma SS, but today is here starting, and fans are very much expecting a lot from him, that he can really help them. And I can also confirm that they are as well missing one boy, that is Epila Emmanuel, who is with the under-17 national team. And should all of them be there, those are boys that has drawn a lot of crowd. Most of them want to most of the fans wants to watch them play good football.
Interesting there, and Opio and Epila are continuing to be some of those players that the people of Lira would love to watch. But Panyadoli just about surviving early pressure. And Menta SS continuing to show that it's only a matter of time that they will be trying to get themselves into the lead here. Referee scores a foul on Kawa Eliza. Midfielder there from Menta SS. Free kick taken quickly. Beautiful diagonal ball cut out. Kawa Eliza once again. Couldn't keep a hold of the ball. Now he's Panyadolis. Odongo Isaac. Striding forward now. Here's the danger man. Gabriel. Playing it forward. Cleared eventually by Panyadori SS. And the referee, actually the assistant referee, calling a foul on a Meta SS player. John Baptist, do you think Panyadori do have what it takes to go the entire 90 minutes, pound for pound, and maybe make Menta SS work for a win?
Of course, it is still too early to say that they've lost it all, but I believe they are still going to do everything it takes to contain Menta, though Menta looks a better side. You can see there the likes of Gabriel Uyuro playing perfectly from the flanks. They are giving lots of headaches to the fullbacks, but I believe they can still contain, and they have shown that within this few minutes, they have shown that they can also do something.
A free kick taken short, chance for a cross. It's a wasted opportunity, but either way it goes out for another throw in. Menta SS looking to catch Panyadoli a bit unaware, and you can tell that there's something they've been working out. Okello Ronald, head coach, and his technical bench most definitely want to catch Panyadoli unaware. Long throw coming in. Headed away by Panyadoli. The shot from range is lined out. It is headed away. Chance still alive. Chance for Menta SS, and eventually cleared. Is he onside? Flag stays down. Once again, they can't clear. It hits the upright. The people of Lira have turned out and a resistance. You can tell that they are absolutely happy with the way Menta SS is performing so far.
Here you can even witness that, and you can confirm that by the number of fans that are stand up for this game. And you can see from all angles that fans are very, very much lively there, waiting to celebrate any goal that may come from Team Menta. But they're doing all it takes from what you can see there.
Cross coming in, headed away by the offside flag, was up against Panyadoli's left winger. That actually happens to be Bigoa Dominic. Meta SS do very well know that the expectations of the fans is nothing less than a win. And you can sense that every time they come forward, it is absolutely very, very, very full of tension. Here comes the danger man from Menta. Good overlapping run. Cross coming in, and such the way this is Eliza. Once again lining up a shot, and resolute defending here from Panyadoli. Now here's the left-footed magician, Malemak, and a good pass. The idea was good, the execution was quite off. At the end of the day, says goalless between the Giants. John Baptist, I've actually heard that the man called, the man that has to be one of the greatest footballers in Uganda at the moment, Alan Okello, has his father gracing this particular period. And the cameras of FUFA TV should show us exactly where that man is. But Alan Okello's father, according to my friend who is a very good resident of this place, is available here.
True. He has never missed any ground which has a game of this caliber, and he's always there. So we just celebrate him for raising such a wonderful player for that is the region and as a nation, and also as the continent, because Alan is currently doing so good. But we only celebrate him. That is all he has done, and we are still expecting much more that some other parents from here will still do, and then raise players of such a caliber.
Continuing to raise eyebrows, however, is the performance of Oyuru Gabriel on that left-hand side wing. Continues to be a thorn in the flesh of Panyadoli self-helps. I told you this is a school that hails all the way from Kiriandongo. It is the first time they get to the finals, and they got a bye after a team did not particularly make it to the finals. Cross coming in. Oh, and the shot, it's actually a header from the captain there. Dengarang, gathered by the goalkeeper. Long ball forward. Covering. Now this is Male. Beautiful pass. Can we see something here? Last minute tackle was just enough for Mochepa Emmanuel to put it out, and it's going to be a corner kick. Once again, Panyadoli, John Baptist Panyadoli is not afraid of making the attacks.
Definitely, just like you've said, they're doing and they're trying to pour more pressure on that is Team Menta, and you can see they have just won for themselves a corner kick, the first corner kick into the game, and let's wait and see how they will, what they will do with that opportunity they have gotten, as well as see how they will deliver it.
And to deliver is going to be shot number 3 there for Panyadoli, team captain Okongo Isaac. It appeared in a moment the police officer was guiding on where the ball should have been placed. Do not forget the men in uniform also have blood, and they have emotions. Ball brought in, keeper off his line and punched it away. Ayiko Samuel. And now a chance to counter for Menta SS on that right-hand side. It's going to be another throw. Makasodongo.
Earlier on, you did mention about Gabriel Uyuru, and this is a boy who was voted the most valuable player in the Elite Championship. You know, Elite Championship is a precursor to that is the USSA National Championship. That was Ope Manuel, and the defender was too quick there.
Very quick once again, and very resilient in the way they defend here. It's Male. Pound for pace. Leaves him for dead. Still going. Male is as a sweet left foot goes down. Referee not interested. What does the call indicate? Looks like it's going to be a free kick for Male. That boy is creating tension on that right-hand side wing. This time around, it actually has been given a free kick for Menta SS. Shot number 17 there. Male mark for Panyadoli self-helps. Continuing to prove that the Giants can be surprised or even shocked. Another chance for Male, collected casually by Matiang Deng. Here's the captain, Dengarang. Pass in the middle. Long from Matiang. Poor control. Now the ball is turned over. The captain still on the ball now, Odongo. Did he keep it in? Just managed to win a throw in for Panyadoli. As you can see, Panyadoli taking their time. They know they are playing against a team that has the fans or the 12th man. And so far, so good for them. Here's the danger man once again. Male, he gets on that sweet left foot, takes a shot. Just a gift for the goalkeeper, isn't it?
Yeah, that is Samuel Aiko. Is coming to this tournament without conceding a single goal in the district or the city meet, and then at the regional championship. And he has not yet also conceded, so he's trying to help his team. That is Menta Senior Secondary School. There's this opportunity.
And just it is. Into the back of the net, just like that. Did it cross the line? Looks like he went out for a corner. Brilliant save from Maiko Samuel. What a moment once again for Panyadoli self-helps. Clearly, they are here to mean business, and if you thought Menta SS were almighty and all big, you might be in for a shock of your lives, because Panyadoli have actually created a couple of opportunities here and there, and that was the best chance of the game, hasn't it?
Exactly, that is so far the best chance we have witnessed being squandered by that is Panyadoli self-help. They failed to help themselves. But should Ayiko limp out, that will be so disastrous for that is Menta Senior Secondary School, because that's the boy they have always relied on. And the thing is up, and that is pretty good news for that is Team Menta Senior Secondary School.
I get to see a corner kick coming on shortly. Ooh, the tension's rising here and there, but Ayiko just about guarding himself from protecting his space. Corner coming in. Touched toward the near post. Played back down to the captain. Sends it back across. Collected. Here's Male. Menta SS captain stays on the ground. Dengarang seemingly was caught by a knock there. It's going to be a free kick for the Langwa Giants. Menta SS. Menta SS were actually beaten by Bukedia Comprehensive in the elite final.
Yeah, it was on a penalty. They conceded in the 94th minute, and they were able to finish as runners-up. But today they're up against Panyadoli, looking forward to get themselves into the FIASA games. In the last year's edition, they failed narrowly, and whereby they beat Ginger Progressive Academy. That was in the semi-finals, in the quarter-finals, but something happened, and they were not taken to the semi-finals. Even after ejecting the Jipra, they were brought in again. And this time around, they're coming to prove themselves that they can do something for themselves. Everyone is actually banking hopes on them from this region, and this is the ceremonial ground for this year's edition, and they are here now battling it with the Panyadoli, still goalless. But looking at how Panyadoli is trying to approach this game, they're trying to get opportunity, break into the defense. They first try to contain the attack from Menta. After that, they contain them and break their defense, and trying to do a guerrilla style of tactics there. I don't know whether you pay them off at a certain point.
Interesting take from my co-commentator for this particular game, John Baptist Opua. Vast knowledge of local football, especially in this particular region. Panyadoli continuing to hold it up. Menta SS also quite scrappy. Continue to keep the composure, and allow the ball cut across once again, but then Oyuru Gabriel couldn't get it on time. What a moment. Brilliant, brilliant cross, and a lot of work by Opio Emmanuel. Boy is called Martinelli here. If you've quite ascertained yourself with how Martinelli plays, that was quite significant of how he actually went about business for that particular moment. Menta do have a corner kick. The referee will first cool down the tempers, especially in and around the goal area, commanding that the fans do extend and give space for the line to be seen. Told you the 12th man is around, very, very, very much around here at Lira Technical College, Lira Town College, I beg your pardon. The fans have actually come in plenty. John Baptist, I'll give you a chance to talk about that, but the corner comes in. Deflected. Can we see a shot in, but short here? Cleared into the penalty area. Chance still alive. Can we see a cross comes in from close range? Acrobatic finish and an improvisation, but the offside flag is up. It won't stand. The fans were sent into frenzy for a moment, but then the offside flag was up. How about that for an initial save?
Yeah, fans thought they had already gotten one already for themselves to go and celebrate further home. But dang, the captain was caught offside, and those moments will always come. In football, they say you either score or you force them to score for you, and that's why you're seeing Menta still pushing forward for more opportunity.
Chance for a shot. Couldn't get the bearings right. They are calling and knocking on the door. Opio are pulling the trigger. I couldn't lock in the target. However, I had to tell you that that man had just made the save. Could potentially be the save of the tournament, or maybe the match day. What I've seen today, Emmanuel Taban with a glorious save, big save. Here comes another wave of Menta SS attacks. Emmanuel Opio looking for the reverse pass, but then was cut out. Dalton Dolo. Here's the captain, Okongo Isaac for Panyadoli. And it's well defended by Menta SS.
Yeah, they consider a corner kick again. That's Menta SS. And this will be the second corner kick we are witnessing. For that is Panya Dole. But you already talked about the fans here. You should expect fans. And when it comes to issues of loving football, we already have people whose minds are already tuned that whenever there is football, they will always avail themselves. And that is why you see them coming, even to watch the young boys showcase their talents here.
Play continues here. Good work here from Menta SS, but then the ball is hoisted over. Possession switches hands. This is Panyadoli. Opio goes down, referee says play on. Switching the side, looking for Malé. Now a chance to find Malé on the right-hand side. Sitting one down. Sweet little feet. Looking to pick up a teammate there. Dominic Bigoa was offside when the flag went up already. Here's the Menta SS attack here. Very well done. Ogolo Gabriel, still on the ball of Gabriel Oguru. Ooh, slipping in a neat pass. That was well read by the centre back here. But I want to talk about Oyuru Gabriel continuing to dazzle, switching from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. What exactly is he about?
Actually, Gabriel Oyuru, he's called Gabriel Oyuru. He's donning jersey number 10. He's a boy that has always commanded both the flanks. You can either deploy in on either the left or that is the right. And just like you've said, he has again shifted to the right-hand flank. And I earlier told you that he was the most valuable player in the Elite Championship. That means he's a boy to watch here. He has mastered the art of operating along that line of the flanks. So he is a good boy. Coach Ronaldo Kello has really polished him. Actually, Ronaldo Kello, he himself was a winger. He played for Boro Ole Hills, remember, in the Premier League. And I believe when you're on his hands and he's a winger, he was once a winger, he can shape you. And that is why we can see you can see people like Martinelli Opio and then Gabriel Oyuru playing good football from the flanks.
A good football really, and at the back, that is the captain there. Denk keeping it quite cool, but then the transition is still disturbing them. Menta SS still struggling to build out from the back. But then for Panyadoli, they continue to impress in terms of the bravery. Good composure once again, but the clearance wasn't that good. Very lucky that that clearance fell kindly for the goalkeeper, otherwise could actually have gone either way. Play continues. Fighting for that ball here. What about that for a touch? That was a sweet, sweet little moment of control. Long from Mayeko. Looking for Opio. Using his size, goes down Opio. Emmanuel referee says play on. Panyadoli on the ball now. The Selkie. Shot number 10 there, Mawa Emmanuel. Now a chance, you can tell the tensions are beginning to rise from the fans with expectations. Very well played there by Okolu Ryan, and it's going to be a free kick for Panyadoli. Panyadoli self-helps all the way from Kirandongo, making the trip to Lira. That was yesterday, and this is the first game of the competition. And so far, so good, if you ask me. John Baptist, would you say you are impressed by what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I am quite impressed seeing them contain Menta up to this point without conceding a goal, much as Menta knocked at a certain point there, but they kept their door shut. And I believe, should they continue like this, they may either pick a point or they can utilize one opportunity that they get and pick the maximum points. So anything can still happen. But as far as your question is concerned, I think they are containing the game, and I'm impressed by their display.
Very good discipline, very good tenacity, very good teamwork from Panyadoli so far. And as the name states, the Panyadoli self-helps are helping themselves. So far, so good in this tie against a regional giant side in Menta SS. They continue to keep them at bay and continue to ask questions when they go forward. Here's Malay once again, looking to use that power and looking to use that sweet left foot. That wasn't a beautiful tackle there. The play continues, however. A clear eventually, looking for the run of Emmanuel Opio. Does well to find the ball. Opio sets it up. The shot is taken. And another Ochepa Emmanuel miscue. That was beautifully done by Emmanuel Opio to set him up, Ochepa Emmanuel.
Ochepa Emmanuel there, trying to fill in the void left by, that is Epila Emmanuel, who is with the national team. And we can see him, he missed that. That was a very clear chance brought in by, that was a clear chance that he could have used perfectly. A good ball brought in by Opio Emmanuel. We expected just a tap, but he put much energy. And we believe more opportunities will still come. The only thing they need to do is to be much more clinical when it comes to finishing.
Here's a chance for the visitors, however. Neatly done. Looking for support, taking no chances. It's going to be a throw for the visitors here. Panyadoli self-helps, taking it quickly. Looking to take a shot, but then once again, good defending by Ogwal Alexandria. Can you see the cross? Play stays on. Good turn. Abayokuru, Ryan. Shot from the captain. Straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper. 1 against 3. Emmanuel Opio will be suffocated, and you actually, looks like the tempers are a bit rising here between that man Akesh Deu and Emmanuel Opio. I do tell you that at that level, the blood gets to boil a little too much.
Yeah, but as young players who are still growing up, you need to have some level of emotional intelligence, and I believe they are going to contain the game. The guy is helping command that defense, and I think it is becoming quite hard for Pio to break through. That is why you're seeing those tensions. He wants the goal, but the defenders are not allowing, more especially Talton.
I can tell you that he's frustrated, Opio Emmanuel, that the big man, Dewa Ketch, is continuing to suffocate the runs in the Menta SS attack. He's the captain, Dengarang. Plays it forward, Denk. Good chest control from Opio. For a moment, didn't quite know where that ball was, but that ball was in the arms of Taban Emmanuel. Play continues. Back pass to Ayiko Samuel. Good technique from Samuel on that pass. Ooh, and then that was actually a little unwanted contact. Was it Opio once again? Looks like Opio is cutting across to the left, to the right, and in the center. Told me a bit about his mobility.
is trying to just keep himself free. That's why you can see himself moving from left to right. And he's the most valuable player there that the team is actually depending on. And it looks like the defenders, the likes of Akers, the likes of Dalton, they know some history about him. That's why they are ever on his neck. Even if he moves to the left, they are on him. And at certain points, it's being brought down. But it will now take on the scales they will deploy there. If Opio can really compete them in terms of speed, he's also very, very fast in terms of speed.
As you see, it's just coming in. The flag went up, and it was going to be an offside call against Menta SS, as you can see. We are coming to the final minutes of this particular first half. Reminder that at this level, each half is played for 40 minutes. Unlike in normal football, maybe where the clubs actually play 45 minutes. This is Mane once again causing havoc on that left flank. A good pass. An incredible control once again. Skipping past the challenge. And the man kept him within reach. Once again, you've got to get impressed by Male Mark. And that's shot number 10 for a team Panyadoli with Mawa Emmanuel. Male and Mawa continuing to cause havoc for Menta SS.
Exactly, and I think when you go to high school football, they call it customer. I think Male has gotten a customer in the names of, that is Alexandria Odongo at that left back. But even Dominic from the other left wing is also doing good, for that is Panyadoli. They're actually using their wings perfectly well, and that is one area that Menta needs to work on and contain. And also I think if Panyadoli can press a bit hard from those angles, they can get a goal here. They can break the deadlock.
It is Menta SS. Won their game yesterday. Scored 4 goals to nil. But as far as this game is concerned, it is still 0-0 between Menta SS and Panyadoli. And here comes another attack from Menta SS side. Chance for a cross coming in straight to the arms of the goalkeeper. He fumbled for a moment, but then he was given another chance to make amends of himself. Achot Stephen doing really well to send it in. And here comes the trouble. Here comes the danger. Pound for pound. He actually does he win something for Panyadoli. It ends up a Menta SS goal kick. Another look at what some of the many people that have made themselves way to the Lira Town College grounds here. Lira Town College themselves were actually here earlier on, and they were beaten by 2 goals to nil.
Yeah, they were beaten by, that is a Bukedia Comprehensive South. Even yesterday, they also suffered a 3-1 defeat to that is Nomasa Senior Secondary School, all the way from Masaka. It is actually not a very good a trend for them since 2018, when they ejected Giants St. Mary's Chitende. That was in the round of 16. I remember that pretty well, when Bobo Sibiarohanga was still the captain for that is St. Mary's College Chitende. So football has not been as good as at Town College as it used to be, but they're still trying to build up here. But they are the host for this particular edition.
The hosts continue to struggle. Speaking of hosts, geographically, you would say that Menta SS are hosts to Panyadoli. Sidestepping. Achot Stephen still on the ball. Achot. Beautiful pass there from Achot. Couldn't be gathered, however. And now a pass to the danger man. Very, very, very lucky. That man, Jacob Matiang Deng, cutting across really well to cut out that danger. Here's Ojoro Gabriel. Still fighting for that ball, Ojoro. Playing it forward now to the run of ball Daniel. Cross coming in, and Emmanuel. Ooh, what a miss from the big striker. That is exactly what his name was made around. Aerial presence, surgical precision, and on this occasion, Emmanuel Opio missing, by his standards, what you can call a sitter. And now the Giants can come forward. You can tell the local police will actually, the national police, I beg your pardon, comes in to enforce a bit of order, make sure the line is very visible. As the corner comes in, ooh, acrobatic attempt here. But then, John Baptist, you look at that, a player of that size trying out such an effort, that's impressive.
That's just number 3. He's called Kao Eliza. He's in senior 2. That's a young boy there. That means he still have a long way to go, and he's trying to impress people. His tactics here, but I believe should he practice well, we'll see him doing it like João Pedro does, and he will actually be doing it well for his side. That was a screamer at 1 inches over the bar.
Well, very good attempt, but once again, Ayiko Samuel called into action and reminding everybody about his quality. And time and again, the fans are being urged to keep a bit of distance, a little bit over the line. That is how much the people of Lira have turned out. That is how much the people of Lira have come in to put their support, especially for Mentor SS, and also Lira Town College earlier on did get commendable support. People were here in numbers supporting their homegrown talent. Another player on the ground. A moment ago it was Ayiko Samuel, and now it looks like it was ooh, tempers there. Tempers there. Tempers there. The captain, Dengarang, attempting to lift up Day Akech. And now pushing and shoving. The yellow card will surely come out. The referee, Martin Chisembe, now will have to calm down the tempers. The yellow card is shown to both sets of players, both captains here, by the way. Deo Akech, and of course that man Deng Garang for Menta SS. We did hint about the aerial battle earlier on. Here's a set piece that could test that one. Corner kick for Panyadoli, self-help. Corner comes in into the middle of the box area. There now. Ooh. That was a very horrible tackle. Very raised putter now. The Meta SS player will try as much as possible to milk the situation and cause the attention. Maybe that was a very raised boot, that one.
Actually, it is getting tougher and tougher here. And if the underrated Panyadoli, they're now trying to feel the pinch coming from that is a Panyadoli, a self-help, and Mentor Senior Secondary School will need to re-strategize if at all they had underrated them. And that was a horrible tackle, like you did say, but we expect as young players to always show those maximum discipline, and of course it do happen sometimes. They want to defend and also you want to score a goal, you may time, but at times that you may miss it out there. That's why the referee has not yet given anything like a card there, so I believe he's still doing things well, better there.
Well, if you ask me, as far as match day 2 is concerned, this has been the best game for me. Earlier on, we did see, of course, Budo SS making light work of Masindi SS. That was 3-0. And the second game here at Lira Town College grounds was Lira Town College grounds themselves coming up against Bukedia Comprehensive School South. And they were obliterated by Bukedia, and this one proving to be the game of the day. Menta SS up against Panyadoli Self-Help, causing a bit of all the attention. And just like that, the halftime whistle that sends us to the interval. And the center referee calling the ball to his arms, confirming that the halftime reports will have Panyadoli nil and Menta SS nil before we go to the breaks and come back later. John Baptist, please sum up the first half for me.
Actually, first half, we witnessed both sides trying to get through the goal line, but it didn't work out for all of them. But I am expecting the two coaches to go back and then make amends, and then they reorganize themselves. I expect Mente to come back now with a winning mentality, and also Panyadoli to come back with a winning mentality. All they need to do is to go and now see areas that they did not get it well, and then they try now to put everything right so that they come in and to get those 3 points. Remember, these points are very, very important. Menta yesterday won theirs, and they did these 3 points to be safe. And in Group I, also Panyadol is starting to play their game today. They need this first win to at least be safe for maybe getting a qualification slot, that is to the round of 32. So I am expecting a lot and a lot in the next 45 minutes after the break.
Back here for the final 45 minutes, and I can tell you that the tensions did actually sprite up earlier on before the end of the first half, and it was clever for the center referee Kisembe Martin to just about call the houses into order just before the kickoff of the second half. Meta SS in red, and Apanyadoli self-helps in black. Off we go for the final 40 minutes, not 45. And it is actually a big first chance, wasting no time to come out of the blocks. It is once again that man, shot number 17, Malebak, with his sweet left foot and very, very, very fast attacks. Menta survive. John Baptist is still available with me here to assess exactly what we can expect in the second half. John Baptist, we did see the referee calling the two players, big center backs. That was Dengarang on one side and Deu Akech on the other, to have a bit of word with them. What exactly do you think he was trying to mention to the two players?
I think with both players being the two captains, I think he wants them to actually calm themselves and then also talk to our players. That's a chance for Menta. And just like I was saying, he wanted the play actually to be as calm as it should be without them putting much emotions. And that is what everyone is expecting. They want to watch beautiful game of football without those unnecessary fouls and horrible tackles. We don't want to see them.
Player stays on the ground, and it looks like it is Deu Akech himself. It's actually the same man that was lifted over. Looks like Dengarang is coming back once again. Doesn't look like he's going to get into action this time around. The big man coming to exactly watch exactly what is going on at that particular point. And it was clever for the referee to have a bit of the word between the two. Chisembe Martin, center referee, only also a young referee, but taking good charge of this particular game. The question is, however, can Deu Akech get back into this game? Looks like he's holding his shoulder, and issues to do with joints are never as light as they could be, making an impression. We get to see Menta is coming forward once again. Headed on and not cleared eventually. Another acrobatic effort from that was actually boy Daniel. A play continues here. On the right hand side, this is Makasodongo. Resilient defending. Oh, how about that? Never do, never die mentality. And Panyadoli continuing to just about hold on to the good score that they have against a regional giant as big as Menta SS. This is Daniel, oh boy, slipping it forward. Makasodongo, inside, outside, nowhere through, and suddenly that man, Dalton Dolo, is penalized, and he actually wins a free kick here for Menta SS.
Yeah, that's Menta SS and Makazodo trying to go up front there, and with this era of modern football, using wing backs is one of the things that wins you more playing time. If you can move offensively and also defend your goal line, that is what Makazodo is doing exactly.
Let's see Menta SS shaping for the set piece that's going to be delivered by Ogwal Alexandria. Beautiful ball from Ogwal, and big intervention there from Taban Emmanuel, and once again Taban Emmanuel called into action. He did have a very big save in the first half, and now that was another big save to deny Menta SS. He is the captain, Okongo Isaac. A miss kick here in the dangerous area, cleared eventually, giving Pierre Emmanuel something to chase, and the offside flag went up. You can tell that Panyadoli are picking it up exactly from where they left it.
That was Dalton setting that offside there, and I did do Pio Emmanuel was caught offside. but still they have good minutes to play here, and if they can use those opportunities well, we'll see one side going out victorious. But Mentor is trying to prove that they very much need these goals than Panyadole there. And of course, they look favorites. That's Alexander there, laying a good one there, but headed away.
A good play from Panyadoli, and equally a good play as well from Mentor SS. Here's Oyoro Gabriel fighting for the ball. Captain gives it back to Touch Machal Touch. Good area battle there, won by the captain. Kaweliza finding that man, a boy Daniel. Pass one, couldn't navigate his way past the second opponent. And here comes Mogesha Alan. Pass to the left-hand side. And Biago Dominic couldn't keep it in play. Here's the captain. Long from Dengarang. And two players to chase that. One of those is Emmanuel Opio. Good footwork from Opio. Setting it in. Played on. Chance still alive for Mentor SS to the right-hand side. This is Opio. Flag is up against Emmanuel Opio, and once again was looking for the reverse pass, but already the flag went up. If you look at the benches, John Baptist, what do you make of the benches, and who exactly do you think could come off the bench to make an impression?
Yeah, I can see we are most likely to witness also the first substitution here. But looking at how the two sides, I expect there is this young boy here. He's called Aaron Agom for Mentor. He has been so good for them, and is putting on jersey number 9. That is one boy that I expect. But seeing the first substitution there, Dominic has been taken off, by the way. I don't know.
Oh, actually, yes. They did make a substitution. And Emmanuel John did come on to replace chance for Martinelli here. For Panyadoli, Emmanuel John, shot number 5, did come on to replace Bigoa Dominic. Emmanuel Opio continuing to cause the havoc, and people anticipate him to make a big impression, especially within the frame of goal. As you can see, he is the target for that ball that is going to be coming in from a corner kick. Emmanuel Opio is expected to find the back of the net. Let us wait and see. Towering man, shot number 14. Corona coming in, and at the back post, it was actually unmarked Oyuru Gabriel, and the shot coming in. Quite not a bad shot there from that one. Achut Steven did come on as a substitute, but either way, he happens to ask a bit of questions. Mentor SS 0, and that is Panyadoli self-helps as well. Still goalless between the two sides. Good play here from Mentor SS. Long diagonal ball. Picked up in the middle. Played forward. This is Panyadoli. Here's the Emmanuel John, the second half substitute, cutting inside. Amassing a bit of pressure, but then just couldn't pick up the pass. And Panyadoli in the second half had not had an opportunity to come this way forward. It looks like now they do have an opportunity to ask some questions once again of that Mentor SS defense. Still yet to concede, Mentor SS.
Yep, that's Mentor SS there, trying to defend themselves, but you have seen them concede many corner kicks here. And I don't know whether it is the heights of the players are still helping them, but I don't know whether they're just trying to fade some injuries here, and a player is down. But looking at this game, it is getting more intense, and players, wow, something that did happen.
And you can tell Samuel Ayeko trying to take advantage of exactly a slight push on his body, and that was the theatrical. And the theatrical, actually dramatic scene for a moment. The corner kick will surely be coming in much sooner than later. All the drama in the box has since been actually nullified. And the yellow card is out here for shot 19, Tuch Machal Tuch.
Yeah, and we saw him trying to push Ayeko, even when Ayeko, the goalkeeper, went to pick him up. But he pushed him, and was, you know, there's referees here. Also, another yellow card being issued there. That is jersey number 5 for Mentor Senior Secondary School. That's Aaron Okelo.
Corner coming in. And now a chance for another goal, and yes it is! Clipped into the back of the net, but offside. The offside flag went up, and the goal will not stand once again. Mentor SS survive another scare. This time around, the ball did cross the line, but the offside flag was up. The people here, Alira Town College, can breathe a sigh of relief. For a moment there, the pitch went absolutely cold, and no one was making a move.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, you could see them with their mouth open and with their hands over their head. And, but finally, the first assistant referee came in there and saying that it was offside. And finally, Mentor took a quick restart there. And we are expecting Panyadoli to keep knocking, and in case they get, Mentor will actually be in real problems, and trying to build up themselves and see whether they can get goals, and a long one there, but went outside for a goal kick. For that is Panyadoli self-help.
Panyadoli still goalless between Mentor SS. I tell you what, brilliant efforts have been saved by that man, Emmanuel Taban. And you can say the same of the other goalkeeper, Ayiko Samuel, also has been called into action. And whenever he has stood big and tall on business. This is Panyadoli playing it forward, cut out by, that was Matiang Deng. Panyadoli once again, now going for pace. Matiang Deng cutting across. It's going to be a corner kick. He wasn't going to give that man, shot number 17, Malé Mark, a chance to go into a foot race with him. But now there's going to be a corner kick, and the captain cuts across to deliver Okongo Isaac. The man has actually delivered brilliantly executed balls. with his sweet left foot. Okongo, Isaac. Isaac Okongo looking to improvise. Second bite on the cherry. Fakes a cross, goes for a shot. Wayward effort, Isaac Okongo. And John Baptiste, I do not know if you think we can go without a goal in this particular game.
It's getting more intense, and one would say it is almost getting closer to the back of the net, being shaken or being kissed by the ball there, but we are still expecting, because Mo side seems to be pushing hard to get the goal, and Panyadoli almost broke the deadlock, but it was only the referee who came in and said it was offside. So I am still seeing that opportunity coming so much close. I expect goals. I expect some 2 goals at least to come in this particular game.
I, for one, do think all the goals that could have been scored have already been missed. But what do I know? Football, time and again, has actually caused a lot of excitement, especially in the last minutes of the game. It's Menta SS. Very well played by Alexandria. Ogwal Alexandria continuing his run, looking to cut it back across. What is the call? It's going to be a corner kick for Menta SS. Is this the time that Menta SS uses the slight size advantage? You can see that the anticipation is way up in the air. Corner taken short, and very lucky. Cut him some slack, maybe. The man trying to take the corner does not have enough space due to the amount of people that are around that period, around that area. But you can see the tension is being risen once again. Chance for a shot, fakes a shot. Options on the left-hand side. This is Ogwal Alexandria, putting it across a little too much from Ogwal Alexandria. And Menta SS waste another opportunity. At least they need to get it on target, maybe.
Yeah, both sides have wasted quite a number of opportunities coming from corner kicks, and I can around 7 to 8 there for Panyadoli, and Menta also had around 3-4 there. So corner kicks is proving to be a point that maybe may not pay them, or they need to maybe get for other ways of finding the back of the net. But we expect the coaches now to be doing a great work there in terms of tactics, and that is a Menta SS, and there's opportunity there. Wow.
That was a very poor finish there from Emmanuel John, and the ball fell kindly for him. The second half substitute for Panyadoli Self-Helps couldn't pick a spot other than the exact spot where the goalkeeper was actually standing. At the end of the day, all these masses, these numbers, are yet to see anything exactly interesting as far as the goals are concerned. You can see once again another player for Panyadoli on the ground. And I can tell you that when the going gets tough, like they say, the tough must get going. He'll surely soldier on and push to the final minutes, as we get to see a chance for another substitution for Menta SS is being prepared. But first, we do get to see the physical battle between that man, Deu Akech, arguably, actually, one of the tallest, if not the tallest, up against the fellow giants in Matiang Deng and Osco Deng Garang. It is a physical battle. It is an aerial battle. And neither is giving in. No one is willing to succumb to pressure. It's going to be another corner kick. I cannot even see someone that is taking the corner, but the corner comes in either way. Sidestepping in, shot taken, poorly executed. Chance for a counter-attack. The break is still on. Here's Menta SS. Captain comes back across and gives his contribution. Looking to turn defense into attack. Is beautifully lobbed over by Mawa Emmanuel. Player stays on the ground, play continues, however. It is actually, once again, poorly executed by that man, Achut Stephen. Substitution is going to be made first, but sooner than later, we get to see whether the changes can actually get to bring in a bit of harmony. But coming off will be Kao Eliza.
Menta Access trying to get him some fresh legs there, and bringing on Mr. Akum Aaron. Like I told you, Akum Aaron was just been introduced. Not a good, but other that is Isaac Paul Omale. Yes, that's Isaac Paul Omale, who is donning jersey number 8. He has just been brought in to replace jersey number 4. That's Eliza Akau. Akau scored yesterday. He scored the 3rd goal yesterday against Nkoma, and today he started and he has been substituted.
Going for pace now here. He has company. The big man, Dengarang, was breathing down his neck and he was never going to be comfortable, eventually succumbing to pressure. Giving the ball away for an easy goal kick that Aiko Samuel will take. Good header. Well connected. And now a chance for an attack. Emmanuel Opio cutting across to attack that one, but he was a little too much for Emmanuel Opio. They couldn't get to the ball a little earlier. Looks like now has actually drifted a lot more to the right wing.
Yeah, he has drifted there, and I can see Gabriel Oyuru now taking charge of the left wing. He has drifted there, and still there is more time. Still only into, we still have some good minutes to play here. We shall see whether the way is shifting positions and the tactical approaches being employed and deployed by these two coaches will pay them off. But Opio Emmanuel still not getting an easy way. He has not yet gotten a goal in this national championship. And yesterday he did play, and this is his first game for Team Menta Senior Secondary School in the national championship.
Very well done once again by this is Reagan. Right-footed cross on his weaker right foot and misconnected there once again by the second half substitute Emmanuel John. Still going, Emmanuel John has 2 for company, eventually meant to clear the lines. And once again, continuing to ask all the questions, Malay Mark. Panyadoli, resilient, Panyadoli. Ooh, that's a fancy nutmeg there. For Panyadoli, they have grown into the game, and now look at them stride for stride, looking to pounce Panyadoli. And once again, Meta SS just about survive the attack. There is a reason as to why Meta SS are yet to concede, especially in the journey they have been on. The defense is resilient, but also that defense, John Baptist, we have got to agree that today they have been asked some questions.
Actually, if they met their mate as well, because looking at what Akechi is doing, very tall, and I think this is the first game I'm seeing them being very, very busy. It it was only in the Allied game that most of the teams were pressing. But looking at Deng and Matiang there, very good. A chance for Pio Martinelli. And still taken away perfectly by the defenders. But still talking about the defensive line of Menta SS. Yeah, it is quite good. And their height, first of all, in terms of aerial ball, you can't get them off on the air. They are very, very good. And even their goalkeeper, as well, as always, tried to do his best whenever he's called for.
Player stays on the ground for Panyadoli. Team all the way from Kiriandongo, sending a message that it does not matter where you come from. What matters is what you deliver. Not many people believed in what they can achieve this particular evening, but Menta SS have been shocked by what Panyadoli has been able to deliver this evening, haven't they?
Yeah, true. Actually, in this particular edition, Giants, they are we are not witnessing goals raining and Giants walloping their opponents, like we saw here. Budo SS, the defending champions, have only scored 4 goals in their past 2 games. So that means whatever Panyadoli is doing here shouldn't be a surprise, because they came knowing the size they are going to face, and Menta being very good on paper there. And also they are now trying to press and see whether they can break that defense and finally get a goal for themselves. It will be a good time for them to go and celebrate, because they shall have beaten the Giants everyone desires to beat.
Well, I want to bring you in on something that is quite interesting, that has actually caught my eye, because the level of officiation in this particular tournament has so far been absolutely splendid. If you ask me, the referees have gotten all the decisions spot on. What do you think?
I think I will first take the credit to the head of technical, that's Ayub Khalifa. You know him very well. And the selection that has happened here, national referees blended with the USS referees. You know, they have always conducted capacity building. I'm seeing those young boys and young girls, they are doing it perfectly well. And their officiation, everyone is impressed. I've always been walking among the fans. No one is complaining that much. And I think this is the right way to go. I actually commend the team aiding that technical aspect of it. They're actually doing a great work, and the referees, they're doing their best.
Officiation, referees, absolutely done their best. The people have turned up and the football has been played. However, the question is, can we see a late turn of events in this particular game? I told you I cannot see from where I sit. I cannot see who is taking the corner. But surely, you can be sure that the corner will come. And the figures begin to evolve in the penalty area. You can see referee's whistle signals that a corner should come, and in it comes. Met at the near post and cleared away. Opio Emmanuel, look at that for energy to attack that ball. And Opio Emmanuel wins it over. And of course, Oyuru, big challenge there from that man, Dalton Dolo. It is a game of boys, and now it is turning to be a game of men. These are no longer boys. These are men against men. I'm impressed.
Yeah, they are mature, even lawfully. We are allowed to call them men because they are above 18, most of them. This is under 20. And Oyuro Gabriel there. Actually, I am liking the defensive line. The display by Panyadoli defenders. They are quite clinical there. And there's a corner kick there, but just good. They are taking those wingers, those lanky wingers, the likes of Isaac Home, the likes of that is Oyuro, are trying to contain them. So that means we are actually having a crop of young defenders coming up. We can still have hope that in the near future we shall have a national team fully represented by talented defenders.
Here comes Gabriel once again. Oyuru, can he keep it in? He rams into the close fans that have been time and again urged to extend. But I can tell you they won't mind. They will not mind. They have sat exactly where they can see the game from very, very well. The time is ticking. How many more minutes? How much more action can we get to see? Good control here from that is Marcus Odongo. He's actually given one way and a referee making up his mind. Marcus Odongo, very well turned, skipping past the challenge, improvised flick, and now a chance to clear eventually. Collected now. This is the second half substitute. O'Malley, Isaac Paul, still on the ball. Does it hit the arm? Play continues, but the referee did not catch that one. It's going to be a throw-in for Panyadoli up against Menta SS. I can tell you the game has actually since opened up. End-to-end action. You take me, I take you.
Definitely, it is like that, and it is now counter attacks. You get your opportunity, you rush inside the box, and we are yet to see the side that will score first. That is Gabriel Oyuru, the MVP for that is the Elite Championship. That was played in Mukono, and so I think that's Dalton there, trying to defend his side, trying to help himself and also help his side. Panyadoli, self-help.
He's Menta under pressure. Losing the ball, Panyadoli. Full stop from the captain. Sending it in. In the air, it can only go one way. And that is Menta SS's side. Player stays on the ground. It's going to be a free kick for Menta SS. And the captain there, Dengarang, urging the referee to take maybe a bit more of action. What do you read into that call? Do you think there was too much of contact in that one?
Definitely, it happened right at the watch of the referee. And first of all, I thought he made a call to give that. First of all, he signaled play it on, but I thought he was going to give that free kick because the player had lost advantage, but I was given it to Menta. It happened just at his watch. He was close there, and he made his decision, I believe, based on what is in the the law book. Call it the laws of the game.
Low ball forward from Menta SS. Acrobatic clearance. Good enough. Menta get it back. This is Gabriel Oyuru. Pass one. Sends it in from Oyuru. Looking for the own run as the shot is taken. Emmanuel Opio hit the shot. It was straight at the goalkeeper. And now on the other end, cleared by Matiang Dang. Gabriel Oyuru played back and now coming down the tempo. Here's that man, Isaac O'Malley. O'Malley once again, slipping it through. Here's the runners coming in. Emmanuel Opio, one of those. He's in the penalty area. He's dangerous. Absolutely good defending here. Chance for Menta SS. A shot goes in straight at Emmanuel Taban. What a game of football. Ladies and gentlemen, are you not entertained?
Of course, there is a high level of entertainment. That was a shot by Agoma Emmanuel. The boy is just in senior one, and he's donning jersey number 9 there. He's commanding the attacking force of that is Menta Senior Secondary School. And we still expect more of that to come from the young lad. But Menta SS and Panyadoli still trying to get their first goal here at Lira Town College playground. Multitudes are here gathered. You can see people people are witnessing what will happen between the two sides. That is Menta Senior Secondary School and then Panyadoli Self-Help. Alexander
Cross comes in, no one in the red shirt to attack that one. However, there are a series of black shirts to round it up on the other end. One of those is Malé, sending it in, miscued. Ooh, that could have actually gone anywhere. Luckily for Marcus Odong, it actually goes out for a corner kick and nothing more. It's going to be interesting to see if we can see another tie. Can we see another wave? We're going to see a corner kick. Referee, however, will have to assess that man once again. Deyu Akesh. Inviting the medical personnel, I cannot know what is the problem this time around, and you can see the referee quick to send away the captain. And that man, Dengarang, they did get a confrontation before. Look at Dengarang. He's I don't know what he's trying to insinuate, but doesn't look like he's happy about the seconds that are being taken off the clock by that man, Dewa Kech. I think he knows what he's doing, Dewa Kech. He knows that he needs to calm the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. And he's about not more than 5 minutes now to normal time. And I think that's what they want to do. Want to buy time and pick a point against the Giants and Menta SS. And we have seen Menta concede very many corner kicks. And this is yet another one they have conceded. But they have also defended well. I saw
corner coming in at the near post. Goalkeeper Aiko Samuel gets a hold of that ball. Looks like it's going to be retaken. I don't know exactly what happened. Yes, Aiko Samuel actually moved with the ball out of the field. And the referee, once again, like I did mention, they have been spot on. Look at that man, the big man that has been receiving treatment. Sprint past you in the camera and joining into the penalty area. Deo Akech, they've been missing his size. Here comes another moment for Panyadoli to surprise the some side of Menta SS. And to deliver that one will be, of course, Mark Male. And people seemingly have not given him enough room and space to take the kick, you can see. And referee still urging people to create a bit of separation and give some space. Male to deliver. Oh my goodness! Across the face of goal, and no one in the jersey of black to tap that ball into the back of the net. Now chance to turn defense into attack. Forward goes Emmanuel Opio. Yas Company sprinting forward. This is Opio. Very well defended. Expertly defended actually by Rihanna Kolo. Possession switching hands once again. This is the flamboyant Mawa Emmanuel. Forward pass from Ayo Maron. There's actually Isaac Paul Omare. Here's Ayub sizing up a shot straight at the keeper. Once again, Taban Emmanuel, how good has he been?
He has been very clinical there. He has never made any mistakes so far, and that's why he has not yet conceded. But Menta, all more pressure there. Alexander takes it over there, but Menta still can't get that one in. But Omale Taban has helped his side, has helped command in between the two sticks. He has helped so much to command there, and he's a player they can count on him, and I think that's why he's starting there and he's donning jersey number 1 there.
Miscued. Now he has a chance to clear eventually. I was hoping for contact. This comes through. Jacob Matiang Deng giving away a throw in. Still goalless between Menta SS and Panyadoli. We are into the last minutes of this game. Remember, at this level it is only 40 minutes, not 45. Each half is 40 minutes. So we're incoming in deep. This is Male. Ooh, chance for Panyadole. And once again, poorly executed the finish. This time around from the captain, Okongo, Alex. There's been a confirmation of 2 more minutes, additional time, nothing more, nothing less.
And should this game end like this, Mental SS will need to do much now against Mbarara Army Boarding Senior Secondary School. They will definitely need to pull a win there. Remember, Nkoma also won their game against Mbara earlier in the day, and it is some 2 minutes here to play. Anything can still happen, like you did say earlier on in football. Even just the blink of an eye, the shot can come from somewhere. Gilberto Silva has always done it.
Tell you what, when it is all said and done, whether there is a winner or not, the people here have not wasted their time. They have been entertained. What a game of football we've seen. Can we see a final roundup, a summary of what has happened in this particular game? Menta on the attack, falling kindly. The shot is taken. Can we see a finish? Oh my goodness. Miss from Apio Emmanuel. Of all the people, that is who you would want the chance to fall to. It did fall to him after a deflection from Oguma Ronald. And Emmanuel Opio missing from point blank range. What a miss. And also you could say, what a tackle. As we get to see a corner kick that will be coming in. Menta looking to steal it right at the death. Can they see the ball into the back of the net? The corner will be coming in if the people allow the man that is taking the set piece to have some room and have some space. Corner coming in. Headed away. This is Menta. Final shot, ballooned into the air. And the young boy, Agum Aaron, only managed a couple of shots, but on that one, when it mattered most, he skied his effort.
Yeah, definitely we expected him at least to give a good shot there, but it went up into the air. That was from Emmanuel Akobe, very young boy there. And there you go.
There is the final whistle, the confirmation that points will be shared between the regional giants, Menta SS, up against the new bees, Panyadoli Self-Helps, producing pound for pound what I have witnessed as match day 2 madness. I've not seen a game that ends 0-0 and that's this interesting.
Yeah, and I think Panyadoli is the side that will celebrate the most because they were able to contain all that pressure, even at the last minute. And I think credit goes to, that is a great defender, Athot Mashar Touch, and then that is Akach Tiosh, and the likes of Dalton, and then Rian Okulo. They were able to do it so good for that is Panyadoli self-help. And I think Meta will still command the table because they so far now have 4 points, having played 2 games. They won 1, and then they have just drawn in this particular one. Nkoma SS also played 2 games, won 1, and then also Panyadoli has only played 1 game, and also Mbarara, Mbarara Army Boarding has also played 1 game. So it was a good game. You can see the fans there. It was a good game.
Impressive turn-up. Even more impressive was the game of football. Even though we couldn't see a goal, it was actually very, very, very interesting again between that was Meta SS up against Panyadoli Self-Helps. As of now, we round it up. Full-time report, Meta SS nil, Panyadoli SS nil.
Tenderi kuno.